So let's talk about Kering's forecasted profit plunge at 10%. So we're looking at Gucci sales quarters after sales fell about 18%. So that means Gucci, that means pretty much YSL, which is, you know, I guess it's not surprising in a way, mainly because inflation is slightly still a little high, and people are really focused on purchasing other items like obviously food, shelter, gotta pay for shelter, and also, you know, fuel to get to work and come back, babysitting for your child when you're at work, especially during the summer. So it's not surprising. But what we're seeing right now, haven't seen it as much on the Gucci side, but have seen it more on the YSL side. So I have seen a number of items on the YSL side, especially like this line here, where the prices of the bags are actually going down. So if you were interested in purchasing a YSL bag, specific models, obviously it's not impacted all of the bag lines, but there are a number of bags right now that have gone down slightly. Looks like about average of $300. So I guess it's a good time. Only if you were in the market. Do not spend money that you do not have. So welcome everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell so you can be notified on all of my new and latest videos. Welcome. Today I'm going to discuss a little bit about Gucci and YSL sales that have dropped. Also going to discuss the new what's going on at Chanel. Well, their sales aren't plummeting. They actually went up. So if you're interested in this topic, on Mondays I do videos all about fashion, the fashion industry, as well as my love of accessories. And on Fridays I do videos all about TSC or FSGS. So if you're interested in either or, please hit the subscribe button and join in on the fun. Please comment, give me your input, and I'd be more than happy to have a conversation. So it was after the first quarter sales warning in March. Kering, unfortunately, they anticipated about at least a 10% sales drop. They fell about 10%, or like 4.5 billion, which is in comparable basis, while Gucci dropped about 18%. So it looks like they're about, they're anticipating between a 40 to 45% drop in sales comparable to last year. A big part of that was the sluggish markets, especially in China. When they see that obviously sales are dropping in China, that is a big indicator where the market's struggling, they're not doing as well, less people are purchasing, so obviously the less profits they'll be making, especially in places like China where they typically do really well. So they are seeing a huge drop in sales. And unfortunately with Gucci and obviously with YSL and Kering period, unfortunately they anticipated a drop in sales, but it was a lot worse than they had anticipated. So unfortunately now they are kind of bracing for a really bad next few quarters. And though I looked online, I didn't see huge price cuts when it came to Gucci. The main price cuts were obviously with YSL. What I didn't see was any major price changes, which I will keep track of. If I do see a change in pricing, I will do a follow-up video and kind of give you some insights once I see the slash in prices. But right now I haven't seen them. So we will be hopefully with Gucci. I know that with their new creative director, Salvatore Sarno, with their new creative director, hopefully they will see some new design. We'll see some new designs. We'll see some new creative, some new creations by Gucci that will spark up some sales. So with Salvatore Sarno being fairly new to the Gucci brand, starting in 2023 and launching his first design in September of 2023, we haven't really seen much of his items, just some more recent stuff. Again, this is something that we will see if his designs will help boost the sales for Gucci, and see if hopefully, you know, it could kind of give a revamp to the Gucci brand. So with YSL, we've seen a 6% drop here in YSL. while Bottega Veneta sales increased by 2%, and other houses, which includes Balenciaga and Alexander McQueen, declined about 6%. So with Saint Laurent, it looks like they had a very solid Q1 year as a comparison, and noted that sales in North America and Greater in China weighed on Saint Laurent performances. It was noted that there was, I believe there was an announcement that the creation of a new subsidiary, Saint Laurent Productions, was announced. I think it was in April 2023. So with Balenciaga, it noted that in Western Europe, the sales have increased even with the controversy going out there. I do not own anything from Balenciaga and would not purchase anything from them. I have a just me. I have a strong sense of pride when it comes to any type of commercials targeting young children, which I found extremely offensive, and I've steered away from. But again, that's just me. Nothing against you if you decided to do so. They are seeing, though, sales are improving when it comes to Balenciaga in North America. The brand is once again growing in North America. But when it comes to the LVMH lines, which is obviously Louis Vuitton is one of the most popular brands, their leather goods division rose actually about 2% in the first quarter. They did see a slight decrease in Asia and Japan to about 6%. So each brand obviously is taking a little bit of a hit, obviously with the market where it is today. With inflation being high, people tend to spend less on luxury goods. So though some brands are still doing well, there is still a slight decrease in other areas of the world. So that's going to be something that's going to happen. And eventually, once inflation starts going back down, you'll start seeing people purchase more leather goods. You'll see people start purchasing more of the luxury brands again, and obviously sales will go back up. It's just the way it works. So let's talk a little bit about Chanel and where we are. Obviously, the infamous Karl Lagerfeld. Karl Lagerfeld is actually one. I definitely is. He is one of my. How do you say this? I absolutely adore Karl Lagerfeld, and when he passed away, it was heartbreaking. He is probably one of my most favorite creative directors. And when it comes to Chanel, and that's hence the 19, was actually one of his last designs before he passed away. He actually did this. He did the Chanel 19 alongside, obviously, with his right hand woman, Virginie Viard, which pretty much oversaw the Chanel fashion collection since the death of Karl Lagerfeld. She is so. Latest news is she's going to be leaving as creative director. Unfortunately, it was always a part-time thing. She wasn't looking to stay there long-term. Nicolas Jesquier is currently was the creative director at Louis Vuitton, and looks like he'll be taking her place. Again, it's sad and it's understandable. Chanel has kind of been flat a little bit with their designs, not much going on. So it would be nice to kind of get a little bit of a shake-up at the Chanel brand. The only thing, obviously, is that it is sad to kind of see Virginie leave, just because she's been there since 1987. And also, there are not many women creative directors, so it's always sad to see another woman leave, not get the permanent role. But again, understood, because Chanel does want to see a little bit of a shake-up as far as designs are concerned, and you still want to see something different and unique to keep the brand alive. And with the recent price hikes at Chanel, you definitely want to get the quality of items that you're paying for, right? So with me personally, the Chanel flat bags, they are, ridiculously priced. Any bag that you have to pay 10 grand or more for is a bit obscene for me. Are you willing to pay 10 grand for a bag? And I would absolutely not do it. It's just, realistically, I'm not in the market for a $10,000 bag, and I don't think many people that I know of are either. So that would be targeted to the top 1% of a certain class. And Chanel has beautiful bags. I love their, I am a avid fan of their makeup stuff. I own every one of their makeup brushes. I literally, and I'll do a video one time of all my makeup stuff from Chanel. I own a number of their lipsticks, a number of their blushes, a number of their creams and lotions, and pretty much my night routine is all based off of Chanel products. So I am a huge Chanel fan, but I'm also realistic to how expensive it is for yourself, for myself, for other people out there in the market that is in the market for purchasing luxury brands. We tend to look for beautiful bags, and we're always trying to find the right selection and the right number of bags for us. And you know, as a person that loves accessories, we want to make sure that we identify what's the right market, what's the right pricing for us as an individual, and that's all based off obviously on what you can afford. I would never encourage somebody to buy a bag if they cannot afford it. I mean, we gotta be realistic with this. This is something as a hobby for me that I got into because, and I talked about this in one of my other videos, when I had two girls that were very sick, and I found myself spiraling down into the abyss of depression. I started to kind of look into other aspects of something else that I can get into that I enjoyed, that would bring me some form of happiness and joy. And I ended up starting to research bags and started to kind of get into it a little bit more here and there, and I found my way into luxury items or luxury bags, specifically bags. I do have obviously clothing and shoes and all the other fun stuff that most, you know, if you are seeing this video, obviously you enjoy too, but a big part of what I got into was luxury bags. Hence why my collection grew little by little, and it started to get me out of my funk. Let's put it like that. So so hopefully we'll see some new and creative lines since Virginie is leaving Chanel, and hey, who knows, maybe there'll be something out there for me or for you, or or just something that we can enjoy or visually, because who doesn't like to look around different web pages or the mall and to check out the beautiful new bags that come out. Well, thank you so much guys for joining. I hope this was informative. I hope I gave you some insight as to what's going on the latest our latest favorite brands, obviously when it comes to fashion accessories, especially our bags. I do appreciate you guys taking the time out to join me. Thank you so much again. And please don't forget to subscribe. Hit the little bell so you can be notified of all of my latest videos. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think about what's going on in the luxury brand world. Thank you so much again for joining. And please don't ever forget to focus through and evolve. Ciao.